What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, we get down to the nuts and the bolts of exactly what is the Consolidated Audit Trail, or Rule 613 of the SEC. That was passed, as you've seen on the timeline, July 2012, when the SEC approved Rule 613 for the exchanges, the self-regulatory organizations, to submit a plan to consolidate all of their audit trails into one database so that the SEC could go to one database and track everything. And I'm going to show you exactly right here on Rule 613 what it says. Now, I've heard it said that the SEC's in overreach, and that's Citadel and them crying. And now I hear the narrative on YouTube that it's the SEC trying to track our data and this, that, and the other thing. People, listen to me. Use common sense. The government already knows everything fucking about you and every single trade you have made. The IRS knows. All right, so this is not a government overreach where they're needing to get information to track me and you. They want to track them, not us, and you're going to see that in just a second. But let's begin with Rule 613. The Commission adopted Rule 613 to create a comprehensive consolidated audit trail that would allow regulators to efficiently and accurately track all activity throughout the U.S. markets in the national market system securities. Among other things, the rules requires the self-regulatory organizations, that's the exchanges, okay? Understand, this is who is going to be turning over their information, the exchanges. And it has nothing to do with our names and our social security number and all that other bullshit. It's rather, where did the order come from? Where did it end up? That's what it's going to show you in just a second. Let's keep going. Among other things, the rule requires the self-regulatory organizations to jointly submit a plan called the NMS plan, which is the National Market System Plan, to do what? To create the CAT system, to implement the CAT system, and to maintain a consolidated audit trail database. All right? Now, who gets the information? They want the exchanges to come together, create a database, so that if the exchanges need to find out if there is naked short selling in AMC, they can track it from where it began, i.e. Robinhood, TD Ameritrade. Where did it go? We're getting to that in just a second. In particular, the rule mandates that the NMS plan, or the CAT system, requires each national securities exchange, okay, the exchanges and FINRA, all right, as well as their respective members. The respective members are people like JP Morgan, Citadel, Virtue, all of these people. They are requiring them to provide certain detailed information to a newly created central repository regarding each quote and order in the NMS, the National Market System security, and each reportable event with respect to, watch this, each quote and order, such as they want to know, this is the data the SEC wants to know and put into one consolidated trail. The origin of the order, the modification of the order. Say, for example, you bought 1,000 shares of AMC. All right, did that order get modified? Did half of that order go to one place and the other half go to another market maker? Okay, or did any part of that order get canceled? Where did they route it to? Did the broker, which was the origin, route their order to a market maker. And if it reaches a market maker, where does the market maker execute that order? On what exchange? They want the origin of the beginning of the trade to the execution of the trade. At no point did the SEC say they want CSI's Social Security number and all that other bullshit. They want to know where the order flow is originating and where it's getting executed, and they want it all in one database. Now, why is this important? Watch this. Go back to our timeline. We're going to fast forward for just a second, and then we'll end the video. On our CAT timeline, we've got September 22nd, 2023. The SEC charges Citadel Securities for violating order marketing requirements of short sale regulations, settled charges against the broker-dealer Citadel Securities for violating a provision of the regulation SHO. All right, watch this. They incorrectly marked millions of orders. All right, they said it was an accident. They said it was part of their algorithm. They said they got it fixed, but millions of orders were marked long when they were short, and short when they were long. And what does that do? The CAT system stops that, because now they're going to know, was there any modification to this order? Where did it go? Where did you send it? At what time did it get there? They want to know everything. Everything that the apes have been saying that the SEC needed to have, they have put inside of this consolidated audit trail, and they said, now we need a plan from y'all. How are you going to implement this? And they set rules. They said, we want you to be required certain data to be reported to the central repository by 8 a.m., no later. Make sure your plan has that. Requires all reportable events to be reported to the central repository in a way that allows the central repository to effectively and accurately link them to an order through its entire life cycle, from generating through routing, modification, cancellation, or execution. What happened to that order when you accepted it? All right, now, this was the responsibility of the exchanges to do this, but they haven't. So now the SEC has passed Rule 613 that tells them, you're going to come together, you're going to come up with a plan, you're going to tell us how are you going to make it easier for us when we have to come see if there's corruption in the market. Now, from Rule 16, back to our timeline here, let's back up. On April 27, 2016, the notice of filing of the National Market System Plan governing the Consolidated Audit Trail. This is the plan that the exchanges came up with and submitted to the SEC. This link right here, that's this document right here. See where it says April 27, 2016, Joint Industry Plan. This is the plan that they've turned in to the SEC, all right? Notice of filing of the National Market System Plan governing consolidated by who? BATS Exchange, BATS Y Exchange, Box Option Exchange, C2 Options Exchange, 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 Exchange. All the exchanges were made to come together and come up with a plan. How do you want to enforce this? Then the SEC took the plan, put it up for public comment, okay? And the public comments on rather they thought that the exchanges did a good enough plan to stop the corruption in the market. All right, this is April 27, 2016. Follow the links. It's down in the description and pinned to the comments. No comments were turned in. Nobody sent in a comment to the SEC concerning the new CAT system. The SROs couldn't comment on it because it's their plan. They're not going to talk bad about their plan. Of course, they're going to talk good about it. So they didn't comment. And it received 0 comments from the people, as it should have been, because this is exactly what retail investors need to stop the corruption. Retail would have agreed to the consolidated audit trail. So everybody was happy. There were no comments turned in. And the CAT system was approved on November 16th, 2016. The plan that the exchanges came up with was approved November 16th, 2016. That's when the CAT system first began. So from here, they began asking for all kind of amendments, and I'll show y'all my tabs up here, and you see all these little gold things. These are all amendments that everybody was asking for throughout the time frame. They want to change the CAT system. We'll get into the changes to the CAT system, where we're at, and May 28th in the next video. Love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you then.